Whinging going on. Mbappe saying Giroud went past him. And some of the other players went past him. Like, hold on a minute.
They wouldn't be French, would they? Al, come on. I mean, I was in a few dressing rooms where basically...
Of course, Marseille.
Yeah, but, where some things were said and you'd think, that wouldn't really happen like that in England.
You're speaking French then, Cass?
I'm okay. I've 20 years, Al. I'm 20 years. So every now and again, I had a French journalist speak to me yesterday and... I realised that his English was better than my French, so I said, can we change?
Ali, you speak a bit of French, Ali, don't you?
Nah, I can order a bowl of chips.
Les frites. Was it Robbie Burns Day today? Everyone, you and Ali... Yeah.
Say that again, mate.
I said, is it Robbie Burns Day
it's
today?
Not Robbie, it's Rabbi, but it's not. And it's not St Andrew's Day either.
No, it's St Andrew's Day is November and Burns Day is January, man.
Yeah, 25th. I know that one.
Absolutely. Cass, I was going to say to you, though, mate, you touched on it. They look all right, France, don't they? Eh?
Yeah, Pogba was magnificent. Griezmann likewise. I was a bit surprised, Ali, that Gareth didn't go full strength before the opening games.
So was I.
I just couldn't believe that. I watched Portugal. Portugal's the same.
Why? Is that a fear of injury or... I don't know. I mean, I don't understand it. Why would they do it, mate?
You got to play. In my opinion, you got to play your best 11.
Well, does he know his best 11?
Well, clear. Al, you're pretty close to 9-10 at least. And if you get it wrong, you're only going to get 2 players, I'm sure. And I looked at the qualifying games and thought, tremendous, but that's not going to be your first 11 now. It's changed with certain personnel.
Well, who starts? Does Jack start for?
Oh, you got to play Jack. Yeah. I think you just have to find a place for Jack. There's no doubt. I think if you have 5 or 6 games he's played, he's been the best player, 4 of them. He's got to play.
Yep. So, Jack, how's your midfield setting up here?
Well, I'd have 2 holders because...
2 holders?
Yeah, I'd have 2 holders, but I definitely want to... I think England is by far better suited to a flat-back 4L. Right, Rice and Phillips, I think they've played together. Look, Henderson didn't look fit, and why would he be? He didn't play for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's a tough call. Bellingham's close, but I think... a little bit of a lack of experience. Croatia are really experienced. They've got 8 players over 50 caps.
Yeah, we've not. By the way, Ali, we've not mentioned Bellingham, have we?
No, and we've not mentioned Sancho either. To be fair,
no.
They've outrageous talent. I'm with Cass. Where I would maybe disagree with you, Cass, I don't think I'd play 2 holders. I'd maybe just play the one. I'd maybe just play Rice. Just to try and get more attack-minded players in your side. I know you can't overload it, but you've got to have a balance. I fully appreciate that. I also think, the likes of Foden, Grealish, Mount, I think you've got to find a place for somebody with pace, you know, in that forward area. So, but listen, it's a brilliant dilemma he's got. I mean, the players we're talking about, middle to front. I can't remember England being effectively so good in that area with so many talented players.
They've always, Ali, we know. England teams over the years have had great sides. Always have. I think this is a more inexperienced team in some ways, but the talent, like you said, is definitely there. They're going in against a very experienced team. That's my only downside for England is that
aging team or
they are. Yeah, it'd be most of them. It'd be their last tournament. Modric is in there. You're thinking of Perisic. Will he still be playing? I doubt it. So there are challenges for England because I saw them playing midweek and against Belgium, and they were okay. They looked fine. Their midfield is strong. That Kovacic at Chelsea, Borovic and Modric. That's one hell of a midfield,
The Modric is still gets
still
his
a
legs.
Player, Al.
Still gets his legs. Let's hear from Raheem Sterling. He might be sweating. Who spoke to talkSPORT's England correspondent Faye Carruthers about competing for a spot in England's starting 11.
That's part of it, man. And that's the glory of being at such a being one of the best countries in the world with so much players at stake. But the manager is the manager. He will make his decision at the end of the day. He knows his players more than anyone. And then I'm just happy to be in a space where there's so much talented young players.
Yeah, there are so many talented players. Does that in any way make you fear for your spot? You're one of the most senior members of the squad. You've always been a starter for England, and there's this array of talent coming up behind you. How do you look at that?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I've never actually ever, how can I say, I've started playing when I was 17 years of age. Never ever looked and said, I'm not going to play, I'm not going to play. Like, you just enjoy football, man. Football is not that serious. You just have to enjoy it.
Interesting one. Gareth likes he likes to be loyal. Has Raheem let him down in the past? Probably no.
No.
But he's not in at his best form-wise at the moment.
It's the same with the goalkeeping situation, isn't it, really? I would imagine. Pickford's never let Gareth down. So I think he'd go with Pickford. And I think, as I say, he'll go either Sterling or Rashford. The one thing I would say, boys, I don't know if you agree or not, we're listening to Faye's had some brilliant interviews with the guys, and Gareth included. But they actually sound in a good place, the English lads, at this moment in time. We heard Connor Cody there, sounds in a good place. Raheem Sterling, they sound, you know what I mean? They're just excited about the tournament.
Well, Ali, I would add to that, I mean, it's whether you play Grealish on the left or you played him behind Kane. Okay, for Salco, who plays right back. Now, I think Raheem would get the better of him with his pace, because he can definitely get behind him.
Yep.
And I think that's one of Gareth's choices he's got to get right on the day.
But I think that's why he's not playing for City at the moment on a regular basis. He's not going past fullbacks. He's coming inside all the time.
Yeah.
Well, also the form of Mahrez, and Foden as well, but the form of Mahrez and Foden in particular towards the end of the season, that was the main reason he couldn't get in the team, because they were brilliant.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.